Des Moines or Cedar Rapids? Cedar Rapids or Des Moines? Which city is the best place to live in Iowa? I'm going to break it down for you up next. My name is Tony Lucan with the Living in Iowa team, and on today's video, we're going to talk about Des Moines, Iowa and Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We're going to compare the two so you can decide where's the best place for you to live. And if you are a local to one, you can voice your opinion in the comments below on why one is better than the other. But before we get to comparing the two, I want to let you know that there is no way to compare all the facts, figures, and data fully. So we will do our best, but make sure to tour our channel as we have done tons of videos that can explain things further. And if there's a video you'd like to see as a follow-up to this video, let us know in the comments. First topic we need to talk about is location. Des Moines is located in dang near the center of Iowa, where Cedar Rapids is in the center but is considered in eastern Iowa. Driving from Des Moines to Cedar Rapids is just under a 2-hour drive. Des Moines is a trucking mecca where Interstate 80 and Interstate 35 cross, and it is the only place in the United States where this happens. Des Moines is a shorter drive to bigger cities of Minneapolis, Sioux Falls, Omaha, and Kansas City. Cedar Rapids does not have Interstate 35 near it, but it is only a short 30-minute drive to Interstate 80 and also is known for trucking. Cedar Rapids is a shorter drive than Des Moines to the cities of Chicago, St. Louis, Madison, and Milwaukee, to name a few. Des Moines is under a 4-hour drive to Minneapolis, while Cedar Rapids is around 4.5-hour drive. Cedar Rapids is just over a 4-hour drive to Chicago, while Des Moines is around a 5-hour, 15-minute drive to Chicago. Des Moines has the Des Moines River and Raccoon River that go through the city, with lakes or reservoirs in or near like Saylorville Lake, Lake Easter, Blue Heron Lake, and Gray's Lake, to name a few. Cedar Rapids has the Cedar River run through it with lakes and reservoirs in or near like Pleasant Creek Lake, Cedar Lake, Prairie Fishery, Robbins Lake, and Lake McBride. Now let's go over the population of each city. The population of Des Moines is around 211,000 people, which makes it the largest city in Iowa, where Cedar Rapids' population is around 136,000 people and is the second largest city in Iowa. Now, with this being said, the Des Moines Metro holds a lot more people and has larger suburbs. There are more people in the suburbs than the city limits. Des Moines has more of a city feel, especially downtown, where Cedar Rapids does have suburbs, but the city is where most of the population is. And the downtown area is much smaller. Des Moines metro area consists of nearly 750,000 people and is the 81st largest metro in the United States, while Cedar Rapids metro consists of around 256,000 people and is outside the top 100 largest metros in the US. If you tour the two, you will notice that Des Moines is much larger and has a little bit of traffic, while Cedar Rapids is not tiny but does not have much for traffic at all. It's really nice. Next, let's talk about the feel of each city. Des Moines has an up-and-coming feel to it, with many of its suburbs rather new and booming. Des Moines has tons of insurance jobs and trucking jobs, with some large Amazon distribution centers in its metro. Cedar Rapids is much more of an industrial city that does have some really nice areas as well that are newer, but for the most part, it is an older feel, and I would say the same amount of money is not being put into it as Des Moines. Des Moines is much more of a faster paced city, while Cedar Rapids is very mellow when it comes to the feel. Both cities are not overpopulated, and there is a calm to them, but Cedar Rapids does not have as booming of an economy, while Des Moines is known to have more to do for the type that need entertainment. This is not to say Cedar Rapids is at a standstill, but in comparison, Des Moines has more going on. We touched on traffic a little, but in Des Moines, during peak hours, you can get stuck in a little bit of traffic. Is it horrible? No, but you do notice it compared to Cedar Rapids, where in all honesty, I live here and I never account for traffic when going to appointments or when I'm out and about. Last is suburbs. In all honesty, both cities have amazing suburbs that we don't have time to go over. With Des Moines, the suburbs are 2/3 of the metro's population and over 500,000 people live in them, while Cedar Rapids, just under 2/3 of the population of the city, is in the city limits itself. The suburbs in Cedar Rapids metro area are smaller and less people by percentage live in them compared to Des Moines. If you want the most hustle and bustle that Iowa offers, Des Moines is most likely going to be your place. While if you want still the same city feel but more laid back, then Cedar Rapids may be more your style. No matter what, they both are great places to live. Next is the culture of each city. Both cities are growing in population, and people all over the US and even across the world are moving to Iowa's two largest cities. Cedar Rapids has grown 3% since 2017, while Des Moines Metro and all its suburbs are also growing. Des Moines Metro has been named recently the fastest growing city in the Midwest and is a booming area. The entire state of Iowa has a great reputation around Iowa nice, schools, medical care, and that peace and tranquility some desire more than hustle and bustle. In Iowa, you are going to meet a lot of kind and pleasant people that love their state and agriculture. Des Moines has many museums that define the city, such as Des Moines Art Center, Science Center of Iowa, Jordan House, Salisbury House and Gardens, to name just a few. Des Moines has some popular performing arts such as Des Moines Community Playhouse, Temple Theater, and Stoner Theater, where you will find shows and Broadway plays if you are into performing arts. Cedar Rapids also has many museums such as Cedar Rapids Museum of Art, African American Museum of Iowa, National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library, Iowa Masonic Library, and Bruce Moore, to name a few. Cedar Rapids also has popular performance arts theaters such as Theater Cedar Rapids and Paramount Theater, where you can also see a Broadway play. Next, we need to cover college and universities. In the Des Moines area, there are a few universities, with the major one being Iowa State University. The second largest university in the area in medium size is Drake University, while there is also a couple smaller universities in Des Moines University and Grandview University. There are also a couple of colleges of DMAC Urban Campus, Simpson College, and Mercy College. Cedar Rapids doesn't have any major universities in the city itself, but is only a 30-minute drive south to the University of Iowa. And north approximately an hour is the University of Northern Iowa, which is the third largest university in Iowa. Cedar Rapids has other colleges such as Kirkwood Community College, Mount Mercy, and Coe College. Next up is sports in each city. Iowa does not have any professional sports teams, but each city does have minor league teams. Des Moines is home to the AAA team for the Chicago Cubs of the Iowa Cubs. Des Moines also has the Iowa Wild, that are a minor league hockey team affiliated with the Minnesota Wild. The Iowa Barnstormers are also in Des Moines, that are a professional indoor football team where NFL Hall of Famer Kurt Warner honed his skills. In Cedar Rapids, you have the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, who are a junior hockey team in the USHL, and there's also a single A professional baseball team called the Cedar Rapids Colonels, who feed the MLB team Minnesota Twins. In all honesty, the state of Iowa is all about the university athletics, with the University of Iowa being the number one team Iowans seem to hold their highest fanhood by far. The Iowa women's basketball team with Caitlin Clark has brought an energy to the Iowa women's basketball team that I never seen coming, especially here in Iowa. Typically, before Caitlin Clark, the Iowa football team was the talk of Iowa. There are also Iowa State University fans as well, especially in Des Moines area, as the university is in the area. Overall, Des Moines is going to have many more Iowa State Cyclone fans than Cedar Rapids, where almost everyone is a Iowa Hawkeyes fan. If you are into the Iowa Hawkeyes, you may like being near Cedar Rapids, but if you are okay with the Iowa State Cyclones, then Des Moines has the vaster opportunities outside of the University of Iowa athletics. Let's go over things to do in both cities. Des Moines is the mecca of things to do in Iowa, as it has the following places to go in the area. Starting with the Blank Park Zoo, that is an impressive display of animals and is much nicer than you'd honestly think. There is also Adventureland Park, that is a large amusement park and also has a water park connected to it. A few other things to see or do in Des Moines is visit Iowa's Capitol building, and if you'd like to see it from your screen, we did a video tour of it, and it should be up on your screen now if you want to watch it after you finish this video. There's also Papa John's Sculpture Park, and it is a neat park if you're into art. Then you also have each year the main event in Iowa of the Iowa State Fair that takes place in Des Moines. Cedar Rapids has many parks, and last I knew it had 97 parks, with Morgan Creek Park our favorite. You also have Nubo City Market that has an amazing vibe to it. A few other things to check out in Cedar Rapids is the McGrath Amphitheater and Indian Creek Nature Center. Overall, Des Moines has Cedar Rapids beat and things to do, which does not come as a surprise. Next, we have to cover the restaurant scene in both cities. Des Moines, like any major city, has tons and tons of options. From seafood options, burger joints, pizza, Italian, Mexican restaurants, Indian restaurants, and just about anything you can think of. Some of the places recommended by locals is Django, that is a French-style restaurant, Clyde's Fine Diner, that has burgers and fried chicken. You also have 801 Chop House if you want a steak. The list could go on and on and on for a long time. Cedar Rapids is no slouch in food options as well. It has a wide array of options. And some of the locals' favorite food options are 30 Hop if you want a good upscale bar food. Zeppelin's Bar and Grill is a lot like 30 Hop and has an amazing menu. You have Napoli's in 2 locations. That is the go-to Italian restaurant in the area. You also have Taste of India if you like Indian style food, as well as many other incredible places to eat. Overall, both have great eating options. Next up is shopping. We will start with grocery stores. Both cities have tons of great grocery stores, including Hy-Vee, Fairway, Natural Grocer, Aldi. It has the big ones like Walmart and Target and all those stores and just about every place you can imagine. However, Des Moines does have Trader Joe's that Cedar Rapids does not have in the city. That being said, there is a Trader Joe's in Iowa City, just a short 30-minute drive south of Cedar Rapids. There are many other smaller local grocery stores that we won't cover in this video, but make sure to dig deep as there are some gems in each town. Each city has malls, but Des Moines has the bigger options when it comes to malls. The major mall in Des Moines and the largest mall in all of Iowa is Jordan Creek Town Center. Cedar Rapids has a mall, but it is not at the level of Jordan Creek, and that is Lindale Mall. Now let's talk about the economy of each city. Des Moines' top key industries are manufacturing, ag innovation, data centers, insurance and financial services, and technology. Some of the top employers are Wells Fargo, Hy-Vee, Principal Financial Group, Mercy One, and Amazon. Now, Cedar Rapids is heavy on manufacturing with growing industries of insurance and or finance, aerospace, biotechnology, defense, education, food and beverage, healthcare, IT, and renewable energy. A few major employers in Cedar Rapids area are Collins Aerospace, CRST, Quaker Oats, PepsiCo, and General Mills, to name a few. Overall, Cedar Rapids has a slightly higher unemployment rate of 3.3%, while Des Moines unemployment rate is 2.6%. Next up is my wheelhouse of housing. Both cities are growing and housing is similar, but on average, Cedar Rapids is a bit more affordable. The current median home price in Des Moines sits at nearly $219,000, while Cedar Rapids' current median home price is lower at just over $192,000. Homes in Cedar Rapids in general are going to be more affordable. Next up is transportation. Due to Des Moines being much larger than Cedar Rapids, they have a more robust public transportation system, but both cities are dominated by residents using their own car over public transportation. Like mentioned earlier, Des Moines may have some traffic, especially in peak hours, while unless there is a major road construction or some anomaly, Cedar Rapids is going to have little to none when it comes to traffic. Both cities do have public transportation, but is nothing like larger cities where you may end up using subways instead of a car. Iowa does not have subways due to the ease of using your own vehicle. Both cities do have airports, with Des Moines having the largest airport in the state of Iowa, called the Des Moines International Airport. It is going to have more flight options, but Cedar Rapids does have a nice smaller airport called Eastern Iowa Airport that is really awesome to fly out if you can, as it is small and easy to navigate. We have flown out of Eastern Iowa Airport, and if it makes sense, we recommend it, as it is easy peasy. Overall, both airports are on the smaller side if you compare them to larger cities. Last, let's go over ratings for each city. Des Moines gets a grade from niche.com of B+, while Cedar Rapids gets a grade of A-. Des Moines public schools were given a grade of C+, while Cedar Rapids public schools were graded B. Housing, Des Moines gets a B-, while Cedar Rapids was graded at B+. Both cities got a C for crime and safety. So which city is better to live in? It all depends on your interests. If you want the most densely populated area in Iowa with more mainstream things to do than in any other area of Iowa, then Des Moines may be the area for you. But if you want a more peaceful area that is still really nice, that feels a little bit more like Iowa with amenities, maybe Cedar Rapids is more your stop. I can't make this decision for you, but I can say that Cedar Rapids should win because I live here. But what do I know? Now, if you want to know more about Iowa Pipeline, I also did a video on that. I definitely recommend watching that because it's a very big deal here in Iowa. So make sure to watch that, and we'll see you on the next video.